Manchester United by Jadon Sancho. Hello, welcome back to a brand new video. You are watching the Voice of Football YouTube channel. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Jadon Sancho, the 20-year-old sensation, ripping it up in the Bundesliga. He's 20 years old. Everyone could admire how good and how much of a talent this player actually is. 20 years old! So he's 20 years old, he's English, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, or he can play as a CAM or a centre forward role. And yeah, he's currently valued at 100 million. 100 million for a 20-year-old. That is actually insane. But when you actually see his stats, they're quite impressive, to say the least. This season, in 44 games, he scored 20 goals and assisted 20. And if you're sitting there thinking, one season wonder, possibly, well, last season, in 43 games, he managed to score 13 goals and 19 assists. He's 20 years old. Obviously, being that good and that much talent in one player, a lot of clubs are interested in him at the moment because he has made it clear he wants to make a move from Dortmund. So all of Europe elite are watching the situation, but no one really wants to be paying 100 million in today's climate. But if someone does decide to bid for 100 million or kind of works out a bit of a better deal, what strengths could Jadon Sancho offer you? Well, first and foremost, I may have mentioned it already, he's only 20 years old. 20 years old with bags full of potential. You know, when he hits 28, 29, which they class as your prime years, he's 9 years away from that. 9. He can dribble. He can pass. He's very, very mature for his age. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got the right decision making. He can either hold up the ball and bring others in around him who are kind of making the moves. I mean, make a key pass to one of his attackers. Or he can just take the player on. He's that good. He can take the player on, skid him, and get the ball in. Not only that, he's actually quite good at taking free kicks. And you may be thinking, with all them strengths and his age, for 100 million, surely that's a no-brainer. However, I like to look at both sides of the coin, and Jadon Sancho has his own weaknesses. So let's take a look at Jadon Sancho's criticisms. Well, first and foremost, you could argue his attitude is not the best, you know. He was at Manchester City, got fed up there, told Guardiola, ciao, and he decided to join Dortmund for a better chance of first team football. And what does he do? He impresses at Dortmund. He's there for 2 or 3 years. He's now deciding he wants to move again. And Guardiola criticised him his attitude at Manchester City. We've had Lucien Favre kind of criticise his attitude at Dortmund as well. He recently received a fine for turning up late after an international break. And you could possibly question his attitude is quite unpredictable. In terms of his football ability though, there's not too much weaknesses to his game. You could argue he's not very good in the air. His aerial duels are not the best, but that could be because he's not the tallest of footballers. And he can also be under fire for like his defensive contribution, like we see in many of attacking players. And someone who's going to assist 20 goals and score 20 goals, you know, they can't be perfect. They can't defend as good as a James Milner. But again, he's only 20 years old. Maybe if he goes to a different team, they can improve that with his age. So we've took a look at his strengths. We took a look at his weaknesses and his criticisms. How likely is the transfer to Manchester United? Well, Manchester United seem to be in pole position at the moment to take Sancho from Dortmund. Not too many teams have 100 million spare though. That's probably why. There is a drawback though, that Manchester United are seemingly wanting to offer like 50, maybe 60 million, which is quite short of the 100 million that kind of Dortmund are valuing him at the moment. So maybe Manchester United won't be able to make an agreement or reach to the 80, 90 million that Dortmund would probably accept. And also his attitude, which we've also mentioned, can be a problem. You know, at Manchester United, it only seems recently that Ollie's been able to get it under control. Pogba seems quite happy now after being recently unsettled. You know, they've got some big personalities in that dressing room. Bringing in someone like Jadon Sancho who could probably disrupt that, would that be good for the team? I'm not too sure. So taking in the positives and the negatives of potentially Sancho joining in, what are my thoughts on Manchester United signing Jadon Sancho? Now, if I'm a Manchester United fan, I'd have been quite depressed recently, you know. You've dropped off the trail of Liverpool. You've dropped off the trail of Manchester City. You are no longer fighting for the Premier League title. Don't get me wrong, Ollie's come in and he's now doing a good job. He's brought in Bruno, who's kind of revitalised the team. Pogba now wants to stay and things are looking rosy at Manchester United at the moment. But if you want to get to the big time, if you want to get back fighting against Liverpool, you want to be fighting against Manchester City for the league, you have to be making impact signings. People like Jadon Sancho. 100 million would be a bloody statement to all the other teams. You know, having a player like Sancho alongside Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, Bruno, Pogba, you know, that team going forward would be quite threatening. And obviously, that's a team that compete with any team in the league. Defensively, it's a different question. But I think to bring Jadon Sancho in with the goal contribution he could bring along, it will fit the criteria of the young British player in their squad at the moment. You know, they've got quite a few, and he would definitely make a massive improvement to them already quite impressive Manchester United team. So for that reason alone, Manchester United should sign Jadon Sancho. Guys, if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. If you don't agree with me, also let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. That would really help me out. Subscribe if you are new around here. Share my video to other people as well. That would really help my channel grow and become one of the biggest football fan communities on YouTube. And yeah, so until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.